Journal, 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 I made it out of... Oh, that's not right. What's up, socials? Happy Sexy Wednesday. I thought it'd be very sexy that I got a little bit of color back in my skin after a little bit of CES plague, and I want to talk about a really fun website slash app slash email thingy that I think that you're really going to like if you like to journal. I love the idea of buying notebooks and moleskines, and I will be in a bookstore all day long just looking through all their beautiful notebooks that I can write in, and I'll spend $50 on like 3 notebooks. It's ridiculous. But the reality is I have carpal tunnel. Okay, it's not really reality, but you know what I mean. I can type a lot faster than I can write, and sometimes making the time for journaling, especially when it's to sit down and write in a fresh notebook, sounds lovely until you start writing and your hand hurts immediately, because that is just the point in history that we live in. So I really loved the idea of journaling on the computer, whether it just meant saving a Word document or something, or just going to Evernote, but none of those things sounded that sexy to me, so I was kind of like just avoiding it altogether. But I really think it's important in your entrepreneurial journey to always be journaling, because there are some things that you just can't blog about, but you want to remember in the future, and you want to be able to reflect on some things and just privately laugh about it or learn from it, or maybe it's something you'll be comfortable talking about in the long run. But when you go to write that book someday, it can't all be what was already public. There've got to be some things that you kept to yourself so you can teach the greater good of what you learn. So that is why I'm so excited to tell you guys about OhLife.com. It's spelled OhLife.com. I wanted to make sure I spelled it for you, because when I heard about it, it was like on a podcast or something and they didn't spell it out, and so I had to go look at the show notes because no one actually spelled OhLife. I was looking for like an O and then a life. Anyway, very confusing. But the reason why I like it is it's fully integrated with your email. Essentially what you do is set up an account and it will remind you however often you want for you to journal. So OhLife will send you an email and say, hey, what's happening? Why don't you tell me about it? Then you just hit reply and write whatever you want in that email. That email then goes to OhLife and is documented as your journal entry for that day. You can even set up those prompt emails that are saying, hey, why don't you write today, to include a passage from your past so you can read entries as you're continuing to write. It's kind of nice to look back on a regular basis rather than, oh, maybe someday I'll go back and read through my journal. I also really love the design of OhLife.com. It's really nice to go there and read your entries as well, and you can go through them randomly or chronologically. It's kind of cool and very simplistic to look at. So definitely understand if you have hesitation about this being included in your email or the fact that it's on the internet altogether, but quite frankly, I think that this is such a seamless way to be journaling and keeping up with what's happening in your life when we're always working on the day-to-day, but we have to remember the big picture and all the things that we've overcome. I just love the idea of journaling, and I think this app is a really good way to integrate it into your life a little bit more seamlessly. Check out OhLife at OhLife.com, and that's all for today's socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you subscribe to more marketing lifestyle goodness. The link is in the annotation below, also in the description or in the sidebar of SavvySexySocial.com if you happen to be watching over there. Make sure you tweet with me at Schmittastic and at SavvySexySocial, and I will see you tomorrow for Social Thursday.